Hi YouTubers, it's Vidos the Slime Point, so it's Vidos the Cigar Gang, that's been motherfuckers Cigar Gang, so video for motherfuckers right now, so Guy Talk video number 117, pretty fucking cool, that's pretty fucking amazing, so pretty fucking cool, okay, ready motherfuckers, so this is a question for you motherfuckers Cigar Gang, so anyway, basically talk right now, essentially for you motherfuckers, you know, how many of you motherfuckers have earned your Red Wings? Now what is your fucking Red Wings? So your fucking Red Wings is basically when you go down on a woman when she's menstruating. So a woman might be menstruating, which means she's on her period, you know, essentially she is oozing, you know, fluid, you know, blood out of her vagina, her vulva, you know, because that's what happens when a woman menstruates, because obviously the menstruation cycle is when a woman is at the highest chance of becoming pregnant, you know, because that's when the egg can be fertilized by a man's sperm, you know, obviously, and that's what creates, you know, the zygote or the baby, you know, the fucking baby, you know. And obviously you want to be fucking careful, because unless you're planning a pregnancy, you don't want to get the woman fucking pregnant, because you don't want to be on fucking Maury Povich, big ass cigar, like just being silly ass like the big ass cigar. I'm kidding. I'm fucking kidding. So the bottom line is, yes, that's what the menstruation cycle is for women, and obviously only women get periods, not men. You know, obviously it's a girl thing. You know, and I'm just curious, motherfuckers. You know, how many of you earn your Red Wings? Basically, that means you go down to the woman, you suck her pussy. You you give the woman a blow, you know, on her pussy, you know, you suck her pussy, you give her oral sex, you know, and then you might have a little bit of stains on your lips from the blood. So I'm just curious, you know, how many motherfuckers have done it? You know, obviously I'm a virgin, so I don't know personally, because I've never had any kind of sex with anybody, you know, with neither a man or a woman. So I can't speak personally, you know, but I know a lot of you motherfuckers, you know, a hell of a lot of you motherfuckers, you know, have had, you know, fucking sex. You know, most of you have lost your virginity. Most of you are sexually active, either currently or former. You know, I'm just curious, motherfuckers. You know, how many of you motherfuckers have earned your Red Wings, or how many of you motherfuckers have, you know, had vaginal intercourse, you know, with your pecker, you know, stuck your pecker, you know, in the woman's vagina while she was menstruating, you know, because it's another week of the month where you can, you know, have intercourse, because, you know, a lot of people, you know, refrain from having period sex, you know, or menstruation sex or Red Wing sex, because it's messy, you know, there is, you know, contact with blood, and obviously you want to be fucking careful. You want to wear a fucking condom unless you're in a monogamous relationship, because it's obviously, you know, potentially very high risk for STD and HIV transmission, so you want to fucking protect yourself with a fucking condom, a fucking Trojan, you know, not a virus, but, you know, a condom, a fucking condom, you know, so it's obviously high risk, just like anal sex is high risk, you know, but obviously it's another time of the month where you can, you know, have sex, you know. Now, for people who are religious, not gonna that kind of fucking bullshit, you know, obviously for people who are fucking religious, you know, obviously they refrain from it because it's written in the Bible that you're not supposed to have sex when a woman is on her illness or her period, you know, but it's like, I'm just curious, motherfuckers, how many of you have engaged in period sex? How many of you motherfuckers, you know, have had, you know, fucking period sex, you know, stuck your pecker in the woman's pussy while she was menstruating, or stuck your cock in her asshole while she was menstruating, or, you know, had oral sex, you know, earned your Red Wings, and, you know, had oral sex with a woman who was on the rag, you know, that's another word for it, on the rag, so on the rag, you know, menstruating. Also, even like, you know, a woman giving you a blowjob when she's menstruating, you know, that could even be somewhat to some degree period sex, or, you know, fingering, or like, you know, fisting while a woman's, you know, menstruating, because I'm just curious, motherfuckers, you know, how many of you engage in any kind of sexual intercourse, you know, beyond kissing, you know, obviously beyond kissing, or, you know, snogging, you know, tongue kissing, you know, actual sexual intercourse involving two private parts, you know, when having, when a woman is, you know, on her period. So obviously it has to be fucking consensual. So obviously the fucking woman is not consenting to that shit, you know, obviously it's a big no-no, because sex always has to be consensual. It has to be fucking consensual. No means no. So if a woman doesn't want to do it, obviously it's a big no-no, because it always has to be consensual. So anyway, pretty fucking cool. Bye, motherfuckers. Give me your thoughts. Bye. Pretty fucking cool. Bye, motherfuckers.